Okay everybody, today we're going to show you how to frame a diamond painting. We have our finished diamond painting. This is home diamond painting. We've sealed it. There's a video on that. We have our canvases right here. We will have a link to where to get these. These are 12 by 16 canvases. We've got our paints right here. And today we're going to be mixing a little bit of paint. So I've got blue, white, red. I'm going to try and make a little bit of a purple. And finally, we have our Elmer's glue to put it all together. So let's start right away with coming up with the color that we're going to put on our canvas that goes behind the home. I'm going to try and get something that looks a little bit like this color right here, or something close to purple, and that'll be on the edge of the canvas. And you'll see how we do that here in a second. So let's go ahead and mix up our paints and see if we can get something that's close. I think it's more red than blue. So we'll just put in the blue and then a little more red. This should be plenty for what we're gonna do, you'll see. Red and blue makes purple, correct? All right, let's put that in. Let's stir that around. And let's see if we get a purplish color. And lo and behold, we have purple. Trust me, it looks kind of dark on the screen, but it is purple. So now we're gonna get our canvas. I've already got one unwrapped, so we don't have to go through the unwrapping. And the good news is we only have to do the edges of this canvas, because ultimately the diamond painting is going to sit like this on the canvas. So we only need to do the edges of the canvas with the paint. So pretty sure we have enough. Let's start slopping it on here. This is why we have the white paper down here underneath to give us protection from the paint going everywhere. And we're just going to paint down the edge, and we only need to come onto the white only about that far right there. So we're going to go all the way around the edge with the paint, and I'm pretty sure we have enough here. This is the fun part of framing your diamond painting. This is a very economical way to do the framing of your diamond painting, of course, because we just need a little bit of paint, and we can buy everything in bulk, and we can use the same tools over and over again to frame multiple diamond paintings. Want to make sure we get the edges just a little bit inside. Yep, we're going to have plenty of paint for what we're trying to do. And down the last side right here. Now we can put on an extra coat if we want, but I think for what we're doing right now, I think this is plenty. I'll just use what I have left here to go along the edges. I think we've got enough. So I'm going to pause the video right here to go clean off my brush and clean off the bowl and let the paint dry. And we're back. I'm going to do another coat real quick. I just didn't like how just one coat turned out, so I want to do another coat, and we'll end up doing 2 coats on this. I think it'll end up looking better. It was just getting just a little too bland there. are too many white areas. So I'm just gonna give it another coat, a little more professional job. One coat was fine. Around the edges, we won't even see that. That's where we'll put the extra paint. And just apply it up here in the corners. There, that is gonna look so much better. Yeah, I think the darker the color, the more coats of paint you're gonna have to do. Okay, so that's 2 coats of paint. By the way, cleaning this out takes about 3 minutes. So I'll be back and we'll let the paint dry and then we'll show you how to do the rest of this. Okay, we are back. The paint is dried. So now we're going to glue our diamond painting onto the canvas. And today we're gonna use Elmer's clear glue. And we're just gonna pour some right in here into this container. This should be fun. Get a liberal amount. And we'll just sprinkle it on top of here. Like this. Make sure we get around all the edges. And then use our brush to just, you know, get an even coat of glue. Making sure to get all the edges for sure. You don't want this thing peeling up, especially around the corners. And around the edges, make sure we get a good amount. That looks like a pretty even. And then we place this on top and get it centered. And this is the only part that you really have to be careful about. Right here, make sure you get it good and centered. Press it on there. And we'll go clean our brush and clean out our dish. And then we have one last thing to do. Now the last thing we need to do is when we cut this diamond painting, we left a little bit of white edges right around it right here. So I'm gonna take a purple pen and just color in this white edge. I think I'm gonna do a close-up so you can see what I'm doing. Right here, you can see this is part of the diamond painting. And I'm gonna go over it with this purple pen. And I know what you're saying that doesn't look very good. That doesn't look like the purple that we painted with. But here's something kind of cool that I discovered. You just take your time with that. I'm not gonna make you watch the whole thing. But if I take this brown pen and go over that purple, it almost becomes a perfect match to the purple paint. It just gives it a little more darkness. So I'm gonna do that around the edges here, and you don't need to watch me do the whole thing. And then we're gonna hang this thing up. And here's the final product hung up in the home. Looks really good. You can see along the edges. Let me get the shadows out of the way. Just glistening. There's the purple edges. Looks really, really, really good. Home diamond painting, sealed and hung. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much.